Good evening, you're now with me, Hendigui for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak projects a record 14.2 billion ringgit revenue for 2025, reflecting its commitment to fiscal sustainability. Sarawakian tertiary students from low-income families will receive 1,200 ringgit with continued book vouchers and free laptops for low and middle-income groups. On global affairs, the fourth storm to hit the Philippines this month forced evacuations in 2,500 villages, halted port operations, and led to widespread shutdowns. Sarawak projects a record 14.2 billion ringgit in revenue for 2025, marking the highest ever forecast for the region. Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Johari Tun Obeng highlighted this optimistic outlook as a reflection of Sarawak's ongoing commitment to strengthening fiscal sustainability.
5.1 billion ringgit from state sales tax, of which 4.1 billion ringgit from crude oil, liquefied natural gas, and other petroleum products, 820 million ringgit from crude palm oil and crude palm kernel oil, 75 million ringgit from lottery, 60 million ringgit from aluminium products, 29 million ringgit from timber products, while the remaining 6 million from coal. B. 620 million ringgit from raw water royalty. C. 100 million ringgit from forest royalty, timber premium and tariff. And D. 422 million ringgit from mining royalties, land rents, and others.
Abang Johari said this in his address at the second reading of the Sarawak Budget 2025 earlier today. At the same time, 13.7 billion ringgit will be earmarked for a total ordinary expenditure, which included 4.9 billion ringgit for operations expenditure and 8.8 billion ringgit allocated to the Development Fund account. In terms of federal support, Sarawak is set to receive 937 million ringgit in grants and reimbursements for 2025. The budget, the largest in the state's history, will continue to provide allocations to key sectors to accelerate economic development and eventually make the state economy prosperous, robust and resilient.
Meanwhile, the state government is allocating 10.9 billion ringgit for development purposes and 4.9 billion ringgit for operating expenditures. Theme Together Building a Prosperous Future, the 15.8 billion ringgit Sarawak Budget 2025 will be an expansionary budget to boost government spending that will stimulate the region's economic growth.
The budget has been meticulously assessed and formulated to ensure our state remain resilient, competitive, and adaptable amid global uncertainties. In a nutshell, the 2025 budget is framed across 8 strategic thrusts as follows. First, transforming and diversifying Sarawak economy. Second, positioning Sarawak as a major investment destination and promoting SMEs development. Third, strengthening talent and educational development. Fourth, accelerating digital transformation and innovation. Fifth, enhancing people's well-being and ensuring inclusive development. 6. Promoting culture, sports, and youth empowerment. 7. Enhancing environmental sustainability. 8. Strengthening public service delivery and capacity.
In an effort to minimize the urban-rural divide, over half of Sarawak's 2025 state budget, or 62% of the 10.9 billion ringgit development expenditure, will be directed towards rural development initiatives. The budget, according to Sarawak Premier Dato' Peningidan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, will earmark 6.8 billion ringgit specifically for rural projects. This move will prioritize the development of essential infrastructure and services such as roads, bridges, projects, and utilities such as water and electricity.
The 2025 state budget is centered towards achieving 5 overarching goals as follows. 1. Building a prosperous and equitable society where no one will be left behind. 2. Enhancing the rakyat social well-being through people-centric initiative. 3. Strengthening government capacity and capability to deliver quality services. 4. Enhancing state fiscal position towards financial sustainability. And 5. Transforming Sarawak into a developed region and green hub.
In a concerted effort to mitigate the rising cost of living, the Sarawak government has announced also the launch of the Sumbangan Keperluan Asas Sarawak SKAS under its 2025 budget. This newly introduced program aims to provide financial assistance to low-income households to ease their burden in purchasing daily necessities, highlighting that SKAS is designed to directly support Sarawakians who are struggling with the rising costs of essential goods.
Thank you for staying with us. Sarawakian tertiary students from lower income families will receive a one-off 1,200 ringgit pocket money as financial assistance. This initiative, aimed at easing the cost of living burden, also includes the continuation of 500 ringgit book vouchers and free laptop distributions for students from low and middle income groups.
I am pleased to announce that the Sarawak government under GPS will introduce special financial assistance for Sarawakian students studying in higher learning institutions across Malaysia in the form of pocket money of 1,200 per student. This financial assistance will benefit 25,000 Sarawakian students from families of lower income groups with household per capita income of 1,500 or below per month. The money given is to be spent on food and essential goods to help them mitigate the cost of living.
The 2025 budget prioritizes the agriculture sector with a focus on food security. Premier Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Opang announced a 50 million ringgit investment in the Tanjung Purun Paddy Scheme to boost local rice production and reduce reliance on imports.
Agriculture is a vital sector in driving Sarawak's economic growth, ranking as the fourth most significant contributor to the state GDP. We are committed to pursue transformative change, leveraging on technology to ensure food security and positioning Sarawak as a future net food exporter.
Currently, he said Sarawak produces only 32% of its rice, leading to annual imports of over 153,000 metric tons. The government aims for 100% self-sufficiency, investing in infrastructure, modern farming and high-yield crops. In addition, 20.9 million ringgit will support aquaculture, focusing on shrimp and inland fish farming. This is expected to create jobs, boost exports and assist smallholder farmers. The budget also dedicates 41.6 million ringgit for farm infrastructure improvements, including roads and irrigations, while 30.4 million ringgit is allocated for training, mechanization and financial aid for small farmers.
Another typhoon has hit the Philippines, the fourth in a month. Typhoon Toraji struck near Dilasak, 220 kilometers from Manila, bringing strong winds and heavy rain. Thousands were evacuated from coastal and landslide-prone areas, with 2,500 villages ordered to evacuate. Authorities had warned of torrential rainfall, a 3-meter storm surge, and disrupted sea travel. Nearly 700 passengers were stranded at ports, with local schools and offices shut down in affected areas. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.